Hello, fam. Just wanted to make sure that I was recording, so that's why I was looking all strange for a minute there. But I wanted to come to you and talk to you because it's on its way. Yes, it is. All Hallows Eve. Y'all know that's Mama's favorite time of the month, and I just want to just remind all of you to construct your altars. Okay, let's get ready. Construct our altars to our loved ones who have transitioned over into the other world. So you can construct your altar by, putting it up and putting colors and stuff like that on, cloth, the color of a cloth that they would like, that they would have liked when they were here on this side, or a particular color that that you can ask them what colors did they like, and they'll give you an answer. And you can construct their altars with that, with their favorite colors, their favorite foods, put their pictures up on the altar, and just make a beautiful offering to them, because they are leading and guiding us on this side until we go over to the other side with them. Okay. So I just wanted to remind you all to don't forget about our loved ones who have transitioned. Okay, let's not forget about them. That's something we can start right now doing, so we can enjoy it and let them know how much we love them. Okay, as they continue to guide us, on the other side. So if the altar will stay up from now until November 2nd, I don't know, maybe your culture is different. We'll follow your culture, okay? Whatever your culture uh, uh, tells you that day is to construct and that day to take down the altar, then you do what they tell you to do. But I've already constructed mine. And well, I gotten most of the stuff to get started. So I do have everything, and I've started on it. Okay, because every year I take the living room and the dining room, and I just dress it totally different. And you've already been in my living room and dining room, so you all see how it is. But I'll use certain colors and stuff that I knew that my mom and dad like, and my uncle and aunts who have passed on. I would just do a probably separate table for each one, and those that couldn't get along, I wouldn't put them on the same table together. I would give them their own specific table. I even have an altar on the outside on the porch, in the front, too, for them too, because I actually burn candles for them in the front yard for from now until November 2nd. Okay, I'll just burn candles for them every single night. Their colors that they like, and they come. How do I know they come? And how you can know they come? You may smell them, their perfume, their cologne. Uh, my mom loved to cook, so I can smell some of her dishes and stuff that she used to cook. Um, you know, also the way to know is I always take photos. I'll take photos, and you can actually see the orbs, and sometimes you can catch a misty image of them on photo. So they will come. They will come, and it's wonderful to continue to give honor to them, because they will, continue to help you in this life. Okay, they definitely will. Um, Another thing I wanted to talk about, I do want to put a word of caution out there, because you all have seen Mama in her possession for the last 3 years. Okay, now I would like to say that not all of you all are going to get the results. I'm thinking that most of my family got some of these abilities, and have different abilities, but they all seem to be similar. Um, but I want you to know that if you don't have this ability, okay, you can't go around asking, how do I make myself do this, and how do I make myself do that? I don't think that I could I'm sorry, I don't think I could actually tell someone how they can how they can travel to the other side. I don't think that there's a way to tell you something like that. and going around asking people, I would like to travel. That's really, I don't think that's anything that anybody could explain to someone how to do that. And maybe it's somebody that's very educated on how to tell people how to travel, but I don't know how to tell you how to do that. I can tell you that there are many books that you can check out on Amazon.com. Now I don't know why I'm giving them credit and everything. Why am I talking about Amazon.com? But anyway, I know that a lot of people do go to Amazon and get books. You can get books discounted, used books or whatever, where you don't have to put so much out of your pocket on how to travel. Um, but I just wouldn't know how to tell you to do that, and I wouldn't want to take responsibility for something if something happens. You see, because this is serious. Um, it's just like somebody coming to me and asking me how to, form an orchestra. I wouldn't know how to form an orchestra. I wouldn't know how to play a tuba or a xylophone, these things, maybe someone who knows how to play a xylophone could show you how to play a xylophone, So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not good with the teaching aspects of, trying to educate someone on how to astral travel, you see, or how to travel, because I'm beginning to realize what I'm doing is not even in what I've experienced is really astral traveling. This is not astral traveling. The way I see this, I see two worlds, you see, and I actively go to both, and I'm actually not actually astral traveling to these worlds, because from what I understand, the astral travel part of it is when you go to sleep and you actually come up out of your body and move and go from one dimension to the other dimension is probably how people who astral travel would describe it. But in my situation is different. My situation is I can be sitting here right now and I can actually see two worlds just sitting here. I don't actually have to actually astral travel to them. So that's why you always hear mama saying, I travel. I travel because I can sit here and go into trance and go in other worlds. Because people, like when I'm doing readings, like, how do you know what I look like? How can you see me? You can see me. Yes, because I can sit here and see two worlds. Okay? Like they talk about the parallel universe. I don't have to actually come out of my body to do that. I think um I'd like to call it remote viewing. Okay. I like to call it a remote viewing. And I do, that's why I say I want to put a word of caution out there, because I don't want anyone to get this what I'm doing confused with the astral travel. I do believe that they're two totally different things, because you go out into the astral realm, which I have been out in the astral realm, but this what mama doing right now is not in the astral realm. Okay, this right here, I would compare it to what you would call remote viewing. Me being able to sit here and to be into to project myself and go in other dimensions. Okay, go into other places, go to where you are and see you and see what you're doing, and see the spirits that are around you and interacting with you, and sit right here and tell you exactly what I see. I would like to call that remote viewing. Now, if any of you all see anything different or have discovered that there's some difference in what I'm talking about, please let mama know. Mama love to hear your comments. Email me, inbox me. Hey, what are y'all waiting on? I'm waiting on y'all to come out there to Facebook, okay? Family, get out there to Facebook. Even if you have to just get you a separate Facebook account, okay? And that account is strictly for our family as far as our supernatural abilities. We can all come together and we can have discussions, and we can hey, we can have our own world. Okay, so mama is looking for you all to come out there. Okay, so hurry up. I'm looking for a lot of you all, and y'all ain't even out there. Okay, let's come back. The reason why I am talking about this situation is because I'm getting a lot of emails. Okay. Now, some of these emails are emails where people are trying to show me that, what I'm going through is not particularly real. It's some mental things going on, all the way to some people trying to do it themselves. And I don't think that this is something that you want to play with, poke fun with. Though that's for the ones who think it's something for sports and don't realize the severity of how deep this is. I mean, for those people who are like that, you need to look up spirit mediums, okay? That's what mama is. Mama is a spirit medium, okay? All of these things come with being a two-headed doctor, okay? We have to be able to go into that spirit world, see what's going on, and come back. And I'm telling you, I don't care what nobody tells you. They can paint you the most prettiest picture they want to. When it comes down to, some call it astral traveling, some call it OBEs, out of body experience, whatever you want to call it. Let me tell you something. It ain't pretty out there all the time, okay? Don't get me wrong. I have gone and sat at the table with the masters, okay? And they have fed me spiritual food. You hear me? I have sat with the horn gods, okay? And sometimes sitting with them is kind of risky. You know what I'm saying? And I have sat and supped with them, and I have seen beautiful angelic spirits that have actually handed me gems out of this world. Nothing here can describe what those gems look like. And I have seen some hellish fied beast out in that realm out there, y'all. Don't let nobody tell you that everything out there is Disney and it's so gorgeous and beautiful. And it's nothing but light, beautiful, bright light out there. And it's just so wonderful. And that you may not every now and then encounter some entity with some huge dreadlocks with a face that just undescribable. Don't let them fool you, okay? And everything out there that looks strange with huge dreadlocks, they may have some huge dreadlocks and a strange looking face and horns and stuff. People may tell you they're evil, they're wicked here. No, most of those are gods. Do you understand? So I don't want you to think that a god has to look, all of them have to look Disney in nature. Because there are some gods out there that most people would say that look so wicked that it frightened them to death, okay? But at the same time, too, they were gods. They were not wicked because they did not look like what they tell us is an angelic, okay? So I just want to let you all know this, so won't nobody go out there on the other side and get shocked and say, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to let you all know that a lot of shamans, a lot of mediums, a lot of spirit workers have had to go out there and seriously risk their ass to go out and bring back information to people who needed it because it was a life or death situation. Okay, so know that. That's why I strongly feel like if you know you hadn't been doing this since a child, okay, I strongly caution you to, if you want to go and do something like that, you go and get under someone, a teacher who can guide you with something like this, okay? Because that ability is just not for everyone, okay? Just like mom is not going to be able to anytime soon play no basketball. You can tell mama all day long how to play basketball. She's not going to be able to play basketball, baseball, football. You see what I'm saying? That's just like trying to tell me how to do some of those things. Most of you all can play good basketball, football, tennis, fish, all of mama can't do none of that. Mama love to fish though. Well, she can't hardly catch no fish, okay? But I just want to caution you, okay? It's not for the faint of heart, okay? We're not bad people. The shamans are not bad people. The witches, the warlocks, we're not bad people because we go there, okay? Because somebody's got to go there, okay? When people are in need and people need to know what's hexing them, what's going on with them, okay? Somebody got to go and take that risk, okay? Hey, I got to come back. I ran out of time.